Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode. Today, we are going to be taking a look at Lagavulin. This Offerman Edition is different than the other one that has recently came out. This is specifically the one for Father's Day. This has been aged for 4 months in Guinness casks. But before we dive into this beautiful bottle, I wanted to introduce you to Julian Melnick. Again, we are back for another episode. We are going to be hopping into this, and by the way, Julian has his own YouTube channel, gaming channel. If you guys are gamers out there, please be sure to follow and subscribe to him because he's got many videos coming out your way. Tell us a little bit about the channel.
So a video gaming channel talking about console gaming, all gaming really, and just trying to bring that positivity to the gaming community and inform people on what different games are fun and stuff like that.
All right, awesome. Well, let's go ahead and hop into this. So this bottle here, it is absolutely amazing that Nick Offerman has done so much with Lagavulin, not just because he really, I feel like that do you ever watch Parks and Rec?
Oh yeah, man.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I think it's because of Parks and Rec and his involvement in that he really brought, I mean, Lagavulin was always popular before that show coming out, but he put it into like the mainstream. He loves Lagavulin so much that he is basically Ron Swanson in real life. He ends up taking the entire crew to Lagavulin to film some scenes, and he's also even got his own YouTube channel, and it's all about My Tales of Whiskey, which you should take a look at because he has funny, hilarious videos about Lagavulin, about the history of Lagavulin, and what is Lagavulin not supposed to taste like, and that's probably his biggest hit there. But also for the Christmas time, he even has this amazing Yule log where he's sitting in front of a campfire, in front of a fire, drinking Lagavulin for 45 minutes straight and just staring at the camera, which is amazing. I don't know what other celebrity does that, like loves a brand that much that he is that big of an ambassador to take people into the world of whiskey. I mean, that's just amazing. That's something awesome that I would love to do, where I can inspire people to love whiskey and fully hop into it. But so since we've already tasted Lagavulin 16 year, I'm expecting the younger version to be a little bit more bitier, but it also has the Guinness cask finish on there for the 4 months. So I feel like that's also going to take some of that edge off. But we're going to find out. So let's go ahead and go into the nosing. Different.
Whoa.
Different than the 16.
Wild. It's almost easier.
It is.
Holy mackerel.
Take back what I said about the edginess, because normally younger whiskeys tend to have this like sharper bite to them. But this, though, I think it's really because of the Guinness casks that really kind of like rounded out those sharp tones. So you're still getting a bit of that peat smoke. That is always going to be there. But I'm getting more of like this rich, dark chocolate notes near the end. And then pairing that with, I don't know, something grainy like oatmeal. Yeah. Are you picking up anything?
Yeah. Oatmeal, I mean, you said it, so now it's like naturally that's what I'm looking for, but like there's a bit of maltiness there that wasn't with the 16 even, but there's that. So with the 16 there was that like wininess to it. This has a little bit more on that like malty, that Quaker brown sugar maple syrup oatmeal, morning oatmeal. Fun fact, the reason why I like Lagavulin so much was because of my dear and sincere love for Ron Swanson. He always talked about just that one episode where his birthday gift was a steak, no friends, and just a bottle of Lagavulin, and that's it. And I'm like, okay, when I'm gonna start drinking scotches, I gotta try Lagavulin. And I at first had to force myself to like it, and now I love it more than ever, and it is my absolute favorite. But it's because of Ron Swanson that I was introduced to, or Nick Offerman, who plays Ron Swanson, and now I get to drink the Offerman. Oh, this is like full circle for me, man. You're bringing me into a world I never thought I'd be able to be brought into.
Oh, well, I'm glad you were able to join me. The thing I also love about this bottling as well is that this is almost like a tribute to his father, and they brought this out just about a month before Father's Day. So I felt like that this is, something that, we are now both fathers. This is his first Father's Day. Congratulations.
Thanks, dude. Thanks.
And cheers to that. Well, let's go ahead and go into the tasting. Cheers.
Wow, I taste it.
You taste it?
Mm-hmm. There's a creaminess. It's Scotch. There's no head on it, but there's a mouthfeel that I'm getting from it that reminds me of something similar. I mean, it doesn't taste like I'm drinking a stout, but there's a creaminess, like a silkiness that exists in the finish.
It's definitely got a bit more bite. The first sip that I ended up taking, there is that creaminess that I was able to taste.
Yeah.
I'm getting a lot of like chocolate, rich chocolate.
Yeah.
And then that's kind of like in the beginning, all throughout. It's almost like somebody handed me a dark chocolate bar that had been like sitting in a smoker for a bit of time, and it didn't like melt at all or anything like that. It kept its same shape and taste, but it's got this nice like overall smoke just hovering over it. Near the end, that's where I'm getting that oatmeal kind of like flavor to it.
Yeah, there's a bitterness to it that resembles that of a stout that I feel. In the very, very back, the back sides of my tongue, I can kind of feel that feeling you would get from that.
And you probably know more stouts than I do. I'm more of like an IPA person when it comes to beers. I think this might change my mind about them.
Yeah, there's just so much. There's that almost coffee-esque like feeling of like, you know, when you're like, I just drank some black coffee. There's that richness that stays on the mouth. The mouth feels very, very, it's heavy versus the 16 that we've had before, and that it went down, it kind of stuck around, but it elegantly just kind of dissipated. This one's like sticking around. It's like, I'm gonna stay in your mouth, and I'm gonna keep reminding you that you've been drinking me.
Yes, it is definitely a medium to long finish. This is one that I can easily just pour myself a dram and I'll be good for a while.
Yeah.
One of the best ways to see differences is to actually do an A/B comparison.
Okay.
So we're going to be doing a little bit of the 16 and a little bit of the 11. So we're going to be doing the side-by-side comparison. So we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of a nosing on both. See, when I go into this, now that I've already smelled this for a little bit, I'm immediately not getting any smoke. I'm getting the sherry.
Yeah.
Oh, when I go to the sherry on this one and then go right back to the Nick Offerman, I'm just getting that really nice oatmeal chocolate, rich. This one to me, I don't know. I want to say it's more inviting, but I'm also just somebody who really likes dark chocolate.
Yeah. I mean, I love dark chocolate too. I have to leave it to my palate.
Okay, let's do the Nick Offerman and then we'll go to the 16.
Yeah. I immediately have a verdict.
You do?
Immediately.
Mm-hmm. What do you think?
I want more than ever, because of my extreme love for Nick Offerman and Ron Swanson, to say that the 11-year Nick Offerman is what I would choose.
Really?
I want to, but the 16 wins.
The 16 wins,
immediately.
Okay. All right.
Immediately for me.
And
it's the smokiness. It just gives me more of it.
Yeah.
It has that richness. It has that nice peatiness, the smoke, and then the finish it's a little bit quicker, but I don't know. It takes it for me.
Yeah, and I do agree that I felt like I love the oiliness that Lagavulin has. Mm-hmm. And the 11-year, yes, it is oily, but it doesn't, I don't know why, it smells richer from the oatmeal and the chocolate, but it's a different kind of richness. And the only kind of richness that I can get from the 16-year. Mm-hmm. And I still love the 16-year. This 11-year is still an amazing bottle to get for any collection. I do have to agree with you as well. Lagavulin 16 will still be just the one that I absolutely love.
Yeah.
But this is always a good outlier that just comes out, and it's always to bring out every once in a while. Mm-hmm. And you can just really enjoy it for what it is, and there's nothing wrong with it.
No,
there is nothing wrong with it at all. I mean, yeah, there's an age statement here, but you know, again though, like age is, I don't know. I'd probably say with whiskeys, it really depends on what your palate is. Yeah. And age doesn't always necessarily mean better, but I'd probably say, and these are two also very different things. So like this is a 16-year-old, but this is 11, but it's finished with Guinness casks. So we are kind of comparing it to a little bit different things, but Lagavulin doesn't have a big lineup. Mm-hmm. Not like Ardbeg. Ardbeg comes out with a lot of different expressions. Lagavulin kind of like knows what they do best, and they kind of stick with that, and they do like a certain range. This is still an 8-hitter. Like it is.
Yeah. It's unbelievable.
Absolutely amazing.
For an 11, it blows my mind. It doesn't play with the same, you know, if we started to put stuff that was equal or would be equal rating or equal ranking with this, it's going to blow it out of the park. If I have to answer the question, which I only have to answer in this given moment, I don't want to ever have to answer it again. Which one would I choose if I had to only choose one? I just have to say the 16, but I hope I never have to only choose one.
Right, right. If it was the only bottle that you could have for the rest of your life, that would be the hardest decision.
Yeah.
And something I forgot to say as far as my ranking system goes, I forgot to say it for my Lagavulin 16 video, but I rate my the whiskeys that I taste as a top, middle, or bottom shelf. And where would I put these? So Lagavulin 16, beginner Joey would have put this at bottom shelf, the 16 year. Because it was priced at like $65, $75. But now that I've grown to appreciate it for what it is and for a 16 year and how much you're getting for $65, $75, depending on where you're getting, I'm now putting it at the top. Top shelf for the Lagavulin 16 year, and then for the Nick Offerman 11 year, because when you're comparing these two, even though they're super peaty and they're smoky, they are drastically different.
Yes.
They don't have one note to them. They are complex. They are rich. They have so much going on for them. And since this is also I bought it for $70, but it's giving me a different ride, but it's a comfortable ride that I've been on with the Lagavulin 16. So this one I'm also placing at my top shelf.
I like the way you said ride. This is a familiar friend that you know. You're like, I know you. I know you very well. There's something different about you. Maybe a haircut or something, but I know you. Yeah. And I like you.
If you were to place either of these on top, middle, or bottom shelf.
Oh, top all the way. Absolutely. Without a doubt. These are ones I'd share with friends who appreciated it and hide it from friends who don't. It's just, this is something I would value. I wouldn't pour this for everybody. I'd only pour this for someone who I know is going to be able to pick up on the nuances, on the subtleties of it, and really appreciate the craft that goes into making a Lagavulin. And those type of, decisions I would only put at the top shelf. If it was middle or bottom, I'd be like, whatever, I'll pour this for whoever I want. But I would not take this out to any party. This would be a very specific gathering. This would be a very specific, friendly get together.
Know your audience.
Yeah, because it's valuable. This is a very valuable bottle to me. Even at 65, some might think that is a very expensive or middle of the road thing. I think that there's so much value in both of these.
There is. And, especially since this is going to be a Father's Day edition of Lagavulin, if you are able to pick it up, please pick it up. Yeah. And if you do pick it up, let me know what you thought of it down in the comments below. But yeah, with that being said though, please be sure to check out Julian's channel. I'm going to put a link to his channel down below, because if you guys play video games, you're going to love his content. And with that being said though, we are out for tonight. So we appreciate you guys for being here, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.